Right, here we go. Hi everyone, I'm Rob. I'm an ordinary guy, married with 2 teenage children, and I'm a member of the Ninja Forex Traders. So I was picking up my mug, so I was going to have a quick sip of coffee. There we go. So the purpose of this is to go through a scalping technique that I use. And following a recent poll that was done in our group, a lot of people were interested in scalping, especially as they've been seeing some of my results I post in the group. And so the idea is to share with you what I do, how I do it, what I'm looking for, and all that sort of thing. So let me share screen and show you some of the tools that I use, and then we'll go from there. Oakley dokley. So first off, this is Trading View. I'm on the monthly time frame at the moment. I'm on the pound Australian dollar, just because that's my favorite pair. But what I will do first is show you one of the tools that we use. So this is the Harmonic Scanner. This gives us, not like that, it doesn't. Sorry, I hadn't scrolled far enough along and realized that it was, there we go, that's better. That's what it should look like. So this gives us a harmonic pattern which displays these yellow triangles, and it gives us an X, A, B, C, D, and the D, if it's at the bottom, normally suggests a potential reversal and the price is going to start pushing up. If the D is at the top, let's see if, like in this one, a potential reversal, the price is going to start coming down. So here we are, we've got this pattern. This is on the sorry, let me just hide myself out of the way. It's on the hour time frame. I think it's also on the 4 hour. Yes, there is a 4 hour pattern as well. And I think it's also come up recently as a 15-minute pattern. So on the 15-minute pattern, the D is at the top, which means it's a potential reversal for price to push down a bit. So let's go back to the hour time frame, because that's what we normally stick with. And as you can see with this particular scan here, if I just measure the range from C to D, that's 500 odd pips. So that's a fairly decent size scan. But what's also great about the Ninja Forex Traders is we've got one of our members who has programmed, so you don't have to keep sort of looking at this all the time. We've got one of our members who has programmed this beautiful feature in our Discord channel, which pings out alerts of when there's a new pattern. So you can see here today at 7:45, it said new pattern, pound Australian dollar, 4 hour shark, and one on the hour shark. 7:45 this morning. Remember that time, 7:45. And we've got lots of other things in here. We've got the live trading sessions, of which I'm one of the live traders, and I do 3 sessions a week. We've got Paul, who does a couple of sessions a week. Kevin does a couple of sessions a week. Brian does quite a few more sessions a week now. But we're focusing on different trading strategies within the Ninja trading system. But we're basically using this tool in order to guide us through what we want to do. So I'm going to go back to Trading View now, because a lot of, I haven't marked up the scan on here, but I'm just going to show you what I do with regards to scalping. So why would I start off by looking at the monthly time frame? Well, one of the things that I pointed out to the group yesterday was we've got this supporting upward trend line on the monthly time frame. Obviously this one coming down from, and this goes back to, there we go, that peak there was August 2002. And this low down here was to March 2013. So we've had the touch here, touch, and then more recently, can't quite see it because my big white arrow's in the way, but I shall explain that more in a while as we go down the time frames. So I pointed out that we're getting close here to this supporting upward trend line. So I normally look at the 5-minute time frame. And you may think, what on earth is going on here? Let me just reset the chart quickly so it's in a better position. There we go. So you just see the top of my white arrow there, because that is marking out the D point from here. So that was on the hour time frame, and that is where it roughly was on the hour time frame, but obviously it's slightly different because this is now the 5-minute time frame. So remember, 7:45, we got that notification through on our Discord channel, so there's a new pattern had appeared. So let's have a look. That's, oh, look at that, 7:45 is right there. So that's where my crosshair is at the moment. That little red candle there, it's like a doji candle, so it's a spinning top, is a wick above, wick below, and a sort of little body to it. So it's sort of a bit of, oh, which way we're going to go. So that is normally a sign of reversal. And did it reverse? Yeah, I think you could probably say it did. At the moment, I'm looking at ordinary candles, and each of these candles represents 5 minutes because I'm on the 5-minute time frame. But what I want to point out is the way that I use this system and this platform is by looking at stochastic. Now, stochastic down here is a oscillating indicator. So it will go up and down, as you can see here, up and down, up and down. And actually at this point here, it's gone up and stayed up and just gone flat. It's snaked along the top there, certainly on the 5-minute time frame anyway. But if we sort of scroll back a bit, you can see it's come down, it's gone up, it's come down, it's gone up, it's come down. And all I'm looking for is crosses of the blue and red line on the stochastic. So we've got, let's move that over a bit. This cross here, you see the blue has just gone above the red line. I'm just going to mark that off with a vertical line so you can see what happens there. Okay, so we've had the crossover, the blue to red. Sorry, blue is above red. So this is on ordinary candles, which is absolutely fine. But you can actually tell quite a bit more when you're using the Heikin-Ashi candles. So that's this type of candle here. And as you can see now, green, 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 whereas on ordinary candles, we've got green, all red, green, red, green, red, green, and you see it's more sort of a bit of green, bit of red, bit of green, whereas on Heikin-Ashi candles, these are trend-based candles, and they start halfway along the body of the previous candle. So where we got the, as you can see where I've marked off this green vertical line where we got the cross of the stochastic, that was on this red candle, even though on the ordinary candles that was green. On Heikin-Ashi that was still a red candle. So we're basically looking for the next candle, which is a change of color. So where these have been previously red, is now going to change of color to green. So it's now saying price is going up, trend is going up. Excuse me. So it's fairly simple from that regard. We're just looking for the cross. Now when we get to the top here and it just goes flat, we've then got to look for a cross of the red being above the blue, and therefore price coming down. Now as you see here, price didn't necessarily come down by very much. In fact, it came down a bit here. We had another crossover of blue above red, and then again a crossover there of red above blue. But I was looking at this level up here, and I've also got these levels marked out along the way. 2 seconds. So, excuse me, 7:45, that kicked in and played out beautifully. Now you may be wondering, well, how much is that worth? What's the impact here? If we got in on this first green candle, even if we got in halfway, And I'll explain this box and this line and these other lines in a moment. We got in halfway along that candle there and went all the way up to that dashed line there is 118 pips. But it actually moved up a bit further to the bottom of this block here. And I'm going to go up a time frame to explain what's happening with those boxes and those lines. So we've got 132 pips. That's if you were brave enough to enter the trade and stay with it while it went all the way up. Now that's great, but what if we go one step further and add in something that one of our other members has added to? We've got a couple of technical wizards in our Ninja Forex traders, and Kevin has developed the Ninjacator, which I shall just turn on for you now. Please excuse this briefly because I've got it set so there's a fair few bits showing, but you can actually remove some of the bits so it's a little clearer. So now I've got the Ninjacator added, I've got some moving averages in place here. I've got not just moving averages, I've got these alerts. You can set alerts for this so you don't have to sit and watch the charts all the time. And basically you could sit here, take that trade when you get the Ninja up alert, this green arrow, and that actually appeared on the next candle along on the 5-minute time frame. And you could just sit in that whilst it goes all the way up. Now the benefit of the moving averages is you can see where they cross here. You've got this yellow line crossing this trend color changing moving average in the middle. So where it's red, it's selling, where it's green, it's buying. Where those two cross is almost at the same point that the trend color changes. And then we've also got this blue line here. Now for scalping purposes, you may, excuse me, may want to just grab a handful of pips at a time. And a lot of people get into scalping because they're after sort of almost instant gratification. They don't have the time to sit and watch the trade progress, or they can use some of our other tools like the exit manager, which you can enter the trade and then it can add a trailing stop loss and close you out, or close out partial profits, all that sort of thing. But for scalping purposes, you may want to just go in and grab, even though we've just had over 100 pips move on this, you may only want to grab whatever your target is for the day, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever it is. But normally, if we're looking for the cross here, we'd say, okay, the target will be the blue line. But if it does actually cross the blue line, that indicates a strong, well, in this case, buy. So we've got the yellow line crossing the red/green line and then crossing the blue line. And as you can see, that has continued into a strong buy. So where we're at now, in fact, I was on a messenger chat with one of my trading buddies, and I said, let's look out for the level at 1.75600, which you can see here, says the price there, 1.75600, because I think it's going to stall out there. And as you can see, it's just wicked through there and come back down. So let's just go on to the next time frame, up the 15-minute, just to see what's happening there. So this rectangle here is what I've marked off along the bottom. In fact, I'm just going to turn the Ninjacator off for a second so we've got a little bit less noise on the chart so we can see things clearly. So this rectangle, in fact, I'm going to go back onto ordinary candles for a moment as well, just so you can see what's what. The rectangle here I've blocked off because of the price movement within that section, and that blue line there it looks flat on here because of the time frame I'm on, but that is the supporting upward trend line from the monthly time frame that I showed you at the beginning. So we've got that section where price has sort of respected that trend line. Yes, it's sort of dipped below, But that was what we were looking out for as a potential point for price to bounce off that and start pushing up. So I've got that box covering the sort of price coming down, causing an area of support there. It's broken through, created another area of support down here, and it's sort of bounced up and down within that box. Yes, it's come out the top a bit. Yes, it's come out the bottom a bit. But that is where I'm sort of marking up a zone, as it were. And then we've got this rectangle at the top here. So I'm just going to scroll out a bit. And this was a gap from back here on the 11th of December. So when the markets opened on the 11th of December, they closed there and opened up here. So this gap had to be filled at some point. It sort of came down about halfway through that gap there, but it was only recently, 7th today. So it was only on the 5th that it actually fully closed that gap there. And I've also got another area up here. I think there was another gap there on market open as well, if I remember rightly, but we won't worry about that for now. We're just concentrating on the scalping elements of this. So as you can see, this rectangle here where I've got a gap in there, it refers to this gap here between market close on the Friday and market open again on Sunday evening. So with that happening, that's why I was looking at this area here where price has come down below that gap. It's pushed up and tested it, and then come down. And that's obviously on the we're on the 15-minute time frame at the moment. Tested it several times. It's pushed up a bit and then come down and continued further down. So what I was looking for was what price is going to do at that point. Now I think it's going to bounce off that area. Excuse me. So I'm just going to drop back down to the 5-minute to show you why I've marked off these lines here, these dashed lines. So what I've got here are elements of support and resistance. So we've got an area here. Yes, it's wicked down. Yes, it's pushed down. It's sort of tested that area there. It's tested. It's pushed up. Tested it. It's come up here. Tested it. It's come up here. Tested it again. And then where you, in fact, let me just reset that so it's a little bit bigger. Where we've got to this point here, where we had a nice strong push up, and we got to the point where the stochastic started flattening out. That sort of reached that level. I went, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep going just yet. But then obviously it did. It had the further push and the further momentum to push up. So now we've got this next level up here. And you see here we've got a candle that's pushed up. Next candle's come down a bit. And it's kind of tested that area. We've had, again, price push up through that. It's come back down to test that area and then pushed up again. And that level there reflects what's going on back here as well. So we always still look left for the history of what's been happening. And then if we go back a bit, we've had around this area here, another area of support and resistance. You see where prices has come down and tested, pushed up, come down, tested, come down, tested, come down and tested, and then broke through. But what I want to share with you is if I get the measuring tool, and let's go from that line to that line, it's around 34, 35 pips. I'm going to get the measuring tool again and go from that line to that line. Oh, that's around the same amount. If I take that measuring tool and go down to the blue line, oh, it's about the same again. This is a bit difficult on this one because if I was to go back a bit, then we would see sort of, there we go, 34, 35 pips around that level. But the challenge with that one is that's actually moving upwards. So you can see that 34 pips gaps are roughly where we're getting areas of support and resistance. Now let's take that to the next level. So roughly on that dashed line there, and go up 34, 35 pips. And you can see where, if we look left, let's just do that. That might be easier. So I'm at 35 pips there, or 34, yeah, roughly around that. You can see here, again, it's another area of support and resistance where price has pushed up, tested, 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 it's come down, it's come back up here, tested, tested, come down. So out of curiosity, actually, I'm just wondering what the next one will be from there. 34, 35, there we go again. We can see at that area there, price has come down, price has pushed up, and in fact on the left here as well. So there's levels of support and resistance that you can mark out fairly easily. And in that example, we're just using 34, 35 pips in between each level, because price moves in waves or levels, or whatever. It's unusual for price to just push up in one decent move like this. You'll normally get it zigzagging its way up. So in order to capture the pips, we're placing our entry, we're getting the alert on the indicator. Just push it back to Heikin-Ashi candles and show you the indicator on there. So we've got the indicator, you've got the alert. Where would we get out? It's really up to you. At the top here, we've got a ninja down here. You could literally say, I'm happy to take it as soon as I get the next ninja down. So we've got push up all that way. You could take it at the 34 pip level, the next 34 pips level, the next 34 pips, whichever way you want to play it. It's your personal preference. But scalping wise, that's all I'm doing, and that's all I'm doing to share with the community. Just looking at the stochastic, where we're going to get a decent entry. We're then getting that confirmed with an indicator, and then we're looking at how far we could see price moving. So where we're at the moment, we've actually got to a level, and you actually see here, it's reached sort of support and resistance around that level. And on the 15-minute time frame, we've actually got a new scan, which is suggesting price is going to come down. Now, I don't know necessarily that this is going to come all the way back down to here. I'm sort of, I don't know if I'm in a way hoping that it's going to go all the way up. It's done that thing again. There we go, it's better. Because that is a big move, and obviously with everything happening in the UK at the moment with the lockdown, whether we'll get the strong move all the way up, but there will be certain levels that we can attack. I mean, if we look at where, I'm just going to throw a line on there quickly. In fact, I'll do a horizontal line where that's at there. Let's make that black and a bit bigger. No, sorry, that one I wanted. You see where prices come down, pushed up to it there. So that could be another level, 1.7566. We've also got the B point on the scan here as a key level, which is actually not that far away from that. But we've also got these projected take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3 from the Fibonacci levels on this scan as well. So that basically covers everything that I need to go through with you on scalping. The reason that I'm looking at the 5-minute time frame is you get the moves starting earlier on the 5-minute time frame. You get confirmation on the 15-minute. So at the moment we've got the 15-minute has been similar sort of place. You can see the green line is from where I marked up from the 5-minute, and we're starting to get the stochastic curl over and crossover. So in theory, we should be looking for a sell. On the hour time frame, we've got the similar sort of thing happening here. There's our green line from the marking up of the crossover the stochastic on the 5 minute. That was actually halfway along stochastic on the hour time frame. But when I was looking at this yesterday, let's see how far back I was. Yeah, it was around this sort of area here. That was a previous D point. The D point had actually moved on the harmonic pattern. We had the stochastic down low on the 5 minute. It was down low on the 15 minute. In fact, I ought to have marked that up. Sorry, 2 seconds. Let's. I'm going to throw a line on there. So at the crossover there. Yeah, so it's down low on the 15 minute, and I think it was, yeah, it was down low on the hour as well. So that was a good indication that price was, it was itching to actually start pushing up. And whilst we're on the 5 minute, you'll get the moves where it's come up, it's come down again, come up, come down, come up, come down. By the time that translates into the hour time frame, you might get a slight movement on that. So that was 10 past 2 yesterday, and on the hour time frame, that took a while until there was any sort of real movement upwards on that on the stochastic there. So I'm normally looking for the 5 minute and the 15 minute to be in the extreme, so down low, so either outside this purple band, like it, move that across a bit, like it is here, down in the extreme, ready to push up, or up high in the extreme, ready to come down. But as long as that's also in the same place on the 15 minute as well. So where we're at now, currently, right now, let's reset the chart. We've had the stochastic down low on the 5 minute, but on the 15 minute, that's at the top. So I wouldn't necessarily get into a trade right now based on what's happening there, because we may get price pushing, stochastic pushing down again, and then it might start pushing up. But ideally, I'd be looking for the 5 and 15 to be in a similar sort of area in order to then push to get my trade in up and running. Sorry, I struggled to think there. So that's what I'm looking at scalping wise. But the other thing is I tend to stack trades. So I'm just going to show you our raining pips section. So here's Rob scalping. Here's one of the guys this morning. So stacking positions means, rather, you know, call it twin trading, call it stacking. Some people say, oh, it's a bit risky, but actually, if everything is sort of lining up in your favor, then you can get more pips from the same move, if you see what I mean. Let's have a look. So here's another one. They put demo, unfortunately, but you know, when you're learning this stuff, you're not going to use your own real money. So again, pound Australian dollar, stacking positions, and I tend to go sort of 5 pips apart. Well, it depends on the currency pair I'm trading, but more often than not, it'll be 5 pips apart. I'm just going to see if I can find. There we go. So there's just taking another 50 pips from pound Australian dollar. That was me yesterday. So as you can see here, we've got 12, 17, 22, so 5 pips apart. This actually moved up fairly quickly, which didn't really allow me to add in another position. But normally I would go 5. But also because it was approaching the blue moving average, I thought, you know what, I'll just let that run to there rather than trying to squeeze in more positions. So that was that one there. Only one position on that one there. Again here, 9, 14, 19, you know, 5 pips apart. Similar sort of setup, you know, buying on those moves there. We had this is stochastic at the bottom here, the blue over red. This is my MT4 screenshot. Blue over red, got the crossover, entered a position, then entered another, then entered another. In fact, I think, if I'm right, where that's got 14, 9 and 19, I may, yeah, I think what I did with that one was I actually got in there. No, I can't remember. I can't remember what happened with that one, because I know sometimes I will place pending orders as well for the 5 pip gaps, you know, buy limits, buy stops, if I'm obviously buying, just so I don't have to keep sort of, you know, click that, and then, and there's another one, 24 pips, 92 pips, so I've stacked quite a few on that one there. 47 pips there, and I think, yeah, so that took me to 176 pips. That was on the 5th of January for that lot there, but I actually then took another 75 pips later, which took my total to 251 pips for the day on the 5th of January, just trading pound Australian dollar. And then what we've got here, 24 pips on pound straight. Why so many lines? Pending orders, 2 buy limits, and a buy stop that hadn't triggered. So yeah, there we go. Lots of lines there, but only actually 3 positions that were active. So I hope that helps. So we've got all of that where we're just posting our results. This guy John here had a loss of 36 pips, but I think, yeah, he captured some more later, so ended up with 8 pips loss for the day. But you know, this is the whole point of our communities, sort of sharing, encouraging. We've even got the ask a question section here as well, and as you can see here, questions about some of the live sessions, what to do if they've got a Chromebook. Yeah, again, more questions about live sessions. You see me being active in there as well, answering questions. So there's lots of stuff going on in the community that that we can help you with. We don't tend to just, this is how you're going to trade and get up and running and leave you to it. We're always supporting each other. We're doing live sessions. In fact, I just realized I didn't go to the Trade Ideas watch list, where, you know, this morning Kevin, one of the other live traders, did a great session this morning, and you know, these are the trade ideas that Kevin's posted in there. That was me posting about the supporting trend line. Yeah, discussing pound, New Zealand dollar. So we could put in the chart markups and things like that in here. And as Kevin's there with the pound Australian dollar and certain zones marked out. So there's, you know, some of it, all the analysis is done for you, and you can just work off that. But if you're looking to really work this out, not work it out, work this on your own, oh, look at that. On the 5 minute time frame, 15 minute time frame, we've now got a ninja down. So we've got a opportunity here, possibly for a sell, and we can see that the yellow moving average and the green moving average on the 15 minute time frame are near to crossing. Let's have a quick look on the 5 minute. Yeah, we've had an EE down, so the EE down is early entry down. So we've got that on there, and the ninja down and the E down on the 15 minute time frame. So we may well get price movement, and we're just literally looking for where's the next level of support and resistance. So that's it. I hope that was of help. I hope that it shows you basically what we do. I say I'm looking after the scalping side of things for the community. I hope it helps you see that we're not just a bunch of, you know, flash brokers in suits and all that sort of thing, traders and all that sort of thing, because we're not. We're just ordinary people. I'm just sat at home in my hoodie and my baseball cap because I'm bald, so in this temperature I like to keep my head a bit warm. And then yeah, it's not just me. There's 6-7 other people involved in the live trading sessions. And we've got a free trial group if you just want to get involved and have a look at what we're doing, because you'll see some of the live sessions. We don't post all of the live sessions in the trial group, but we have certainly a decent number of those, at least one a day, going into there. And then we've got obviously the extra sessions for the members of our community. So I hope that was of help, and I look forward to seeing you either in the trial group or as one of our community in the future. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the week. See you later.